What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Throw Show. Trevor, how are you?
I'm doing great, Dane. How are you doing today?
I'm okay. I think I said this off air. I just feel like I have 9 million thoughts in my head. And actually, one of those thoughts is related to Camryn Rogers because we were supposed to talk about her last week in our Throw Show, which we failed to do so. And for the last 3 days, I felt guilty and like a horrible person that we did not discuss the fact that she's the greatest NCAA hammer thrower, female hammer thrower of all time. She's a junior world champion, a junior Pan Am champion. She's a Canadian national record holder. She got 5th at the Olympics. She has really good technique, and we didn't talk about her. So this is Camryn last week at Mount Sac going 75-73. I think what's cool for me is, I trained with, I actually live close to where she's from. So she's from Richmond, British Columbia, which is just outside Vancouver. And I lived in Kamloops for a year, and I got to train with two former Canadian record holders, Jennifer Joyce and Sultana Frizzle. So it's pretty, I've always sort of followed her throwing a little bit, and I met her last year in Tokyo just a little bit with Mo Satara, who's one of the best coaches in the NCAA. And I've been sort of like a little bit, I would say, of a super fan. When I'm on Instagram, I like to troll around and find every single thrower that's out there and just figure out who I really enjoy watching throwing. And Camryn is one of those. So I just wanted to bring that up and talk about her for what she's done in her career. She's like 22 years old. And I will make an easy prediction, I think she will definitely medal at the World Championships or the Olympics in her future. And I believe I'm actually going to throw this out there. She will become a world or Olympic champion in her career because of her age. She's so young and she's got really good technique. She's extremely explosive. And 22 years of age, already a junior world champion. She knows how to compete really well. Got 5th at the Olympics, and I just think it's going to keep climbing for her.
Yeah.
So, Camryn, sorry for missing you last week. And that takes us to, who is this? 7366. Where's he from?
He's from BC too.
NAIA.
Oh, yeah, this is the NAIA record. I did see this.
He's the current collegiate leader.
Yeah, 7366.
He's also Canadian, I think.
Okay.
So he's leading
I did see
college
this. Yeah.
from the NAIA.
Who's he throw for? Concordia?
No, it's BCU.
BCU? Oh, I see this. Great to watch BC throwers compete. He threw. Yeah, I think. Are you sure it's not Simon Fraser? No, I guess Simon Fraser has a little bit of red in there. Let's figure it out. Throwing Rowan. Great pictures, too.
Great photography.
Wow. He's a really good photographer. Look at that picture on the bike. Man, that's really nice.
Yeah.
I love pictures like that. They're like so cozy.
I can pull that
UBC, I think it is.
Oh,
up.
okay.
I can pull that up real quick.
So UBC is in the NAIA. I guess Simon Fraser is in the NAIA too. A lot of those schools in BC.
Huh.
So 7366. There's no NCAA guys that have thrown that this year. I guess I did see one guy went like 71 or 72. Technically Camryn Rogers is the NCAA leader right now.
Right.
But
Yeah, it's a toss.
yeah, that is a monster bomb.
Is this the same place?
I think so, because he did say he saw her compete. Yeah, it's the same.
Mount Sac.
Yeah, Mount Sac. That takes us to this next throw. This throw I saw on my Instagram feed just randomly, and I was literally crying laughing. I was watching that. Like, one, I want to point out that there's two people I think that have
That's like split.
Yeah, that's hysterical. And the broken broom just adds to it. I think it's broken, but
this is real
this
life
is like,
throwing.
Yeah, this is like every throw's circle, has a broken
Because
broom.
probably the throw before this, he got super pissed
Yeah,
off, snapped the
broke-
broom over his knee,
Yeah.
and then the next one he hit it though.
Yeah. I've always felt like Chuck and Josh Awatunde have like the most underrated technical movements. If you look at Krauser, it's like, to me, Krauser, dude, I think those two guys move so well. So Chuck's technique to me is absolutely phenomenal, and then seeing him just go nuts is hysterical.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of the Dane celebration. At least the land from the reverse and immediately jump.
We'll have to cut in the old school Dane celebration. It's just my celebration would be like.
Then it would be the tape measure gets tossed further than the shot went.
And mine's like 3.5 meters less. 3.5 meters less than Chuck's throws. At least. So I was wondering, I had seen with Otterdahl that he...
Is he wearing a dress shirt?
Yes. A fishing shirt. This is hysterical. So 21-14 opener. I was thinking when I'd seen him throwing too that I feel like his left arm used to drop more in the middle, and now it's staying a little bit more balanced, a little more level. And I feel like that helps his right side actually rotate a little bit more. He usually will pick up that right side pretty hard, but yeah, he looks good. He looks really good. South Dakota beef. So 21-14 opener outdoors. I think that's really strong. That comp was legit too. So
Yeah.
that's hysterical. So there's that many.
So he wore this is okay. This is the whole thing. This is a Columbia shirt because he's been trying to get sponsored by Columbia.
Okay, and that's a shirt company? Or like Columbia My Jacket that I got for Christmas?
Yeah.
Like an apparel?
Jason,
like outdoor.
you gotta fill us in a little bit more on this.
This is an outdoor apparel company?
Yeah, no, I told you about this before you started. Right?
Yeah, I know, but I
wasn't
forgot.
paying attention. Basically, all the throwers are rallying behind Peyton to try to get him a sponsorship. David Storrell, I think Darrell and Raven are this close, but literally every thrower that is official on Instagram has been like commenting, like trying to push adding Columbia to sponsor Peyton.
That's hysterical.
So the whole throwing community is coming together to help Peyton get a sponsorship.
It almost reminds me of Kovacs being sponsored by the Duluth, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just the whole thing. Is the whole worldwide throwing community has been, tagging Columbia.
That's good, getting creative. And supporting one another. That's a really good, important aspect here.
Yeah, so
Nike dropped Peyton Otterdahl after he goes to the Olympics? Dude, that's my whole problem, and this is me going off on a little bit of a tangent rant. And Camryn Rogers actually talked about this. One of her videos, she talked about how getting like the NIL deals are very specific to certain states, and it's harder for throwers to get these NIL deals than other sports like football. And now you have, Otterdahl gets cut by Nike, Tom Walsh got cut by Nike. It's like, dude, the thing that stinks is all these guys are still wearing their shoes, but then you have, Val, who's sponsored by Asics, and they're actually supporting her by all accounts. It's like, I feel like we've got to do a better job of like ditching Nike. I don't know if that's possible, but figuring out some way to support the companies that actually do support throwers. So I mean, it'd be cool if Columbia.
So hopefully
Columbia's one of those.
gets on the bandwagon.
So this is Benji Shoe. Benji's one of those kids that he's come up to a lot of meets here at Garage Strength. We do a lot of technical analysis for him. He's in 9th grade and went 192.3, and he's thrown 58 plus. So he's very likely, as a freshman in high school, going to toss 200 plus and 60 plus. And a lot of people are mad because he sort of I guess, reclassified is what you would term it, and stayed back. Oh, cool. He gave us a shout out. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He stayed back in 7th or 8th grade. I think my problem with people complaining about that is, one, he's still legally a 9th grader. Okay, so he's of age. He's in the proper age for being in 9th grade, and he'll graduate and compete all 4 years. And two, I don't know if it's because in Pennsylvania wrestlers do this all the time and football players do this all the time, so it's like he's like the first thrower really doing it. I don't know. I also just think, who cares if he wants to do
Yeah, he's
that.
throwing 192 and he's 16 years old.
Yeah.
Like, that's absurd.
Yeah, and
That's
we're gonna
ridiculous.
talk about he's gonna throw 220 and when he's 17 and they'll be like,
Yeah,
oh yeah, but he should be a grade above. He's throwing 220. What are you gonna say when he has an Olympic medal? Well, but back in 2022, he shouldn't have been in 9th grade. It's like, come on. Yo, his technique looks nice.
Yeah,
It must be those technical analysis.
Yeah, maybe.
No, don't buy any more technical analysis. I don't want to do them anymore.
It's all worth it.
Except for Benji's. I'll do Benji's. All right, Ciro.
AntiPlug.
Yeah, the anti-plug. That's like a new marketing. We can implement that into marketing. Ciro going 64-32. And this dude has been training with us since 2018. He actually, dude, just before this meet, he sent me 2017 Nationals, what he threw, and then each year. And it's just like this slow build curve. And now he's at 64-32. Had to throw at 63 here. It's just, I think for me, it's cool too to see Alex commenting, CC commenting, two other beasts that have just been on the rise. It's same day where Alex had 5 throws over 65 meters. So for Ciro to go 64-32, I think he's going to be a dark horse heading into national championships this year. He's improving his technique. It's cool, too, because it's like, dude, he's got kids. He's got 2 kids. He's got a full-time job. His wife works full-time, but he's still grinding. Goes out and throws in the middle of the day. It could be snowing, and he's still outside throwing. Has to train after his kids get to bed, too, in the weight room. So it's like, there's no excuse. He just gets it done.
Yeah.
So
that's incredible.
Well done, Josh. Now Claudio with another mass. I feel like we do him every single week.
Yeah.
64-79. He's another one with, I think, just technique I love.
Yeah.
I feel like he's got to be way bigger than I think he is. Maybe I'm wrong, though. The NCAA this year is going to be nuts.
I know. It's ridiculous. I don't think there's, has there ever been a year?
There's 4 or 5 guys over 64.
Right.
I think there's 5. The 3 Jamaicans, Turner and Claudio.
Yeah.
Wait, and then Alekna too.
Yeah.
Jeez. Might take 60 meters just to make the final at NCAAs.
Yeah, that would be insane. 60 meters in disc and 21 in shot.
So Nick Curtis, 20 meters. Okay, so I wanna comment on this is that I threw in the Big Ten and was fortunate enough to be there in the Big Ten when Scott Kapos was coaching there. John Hickey was there, A.J. Curtis, Ken Kemeny, all these guys that were Big Ten champs, multiple-time All-Americans, all at Iowa. They were all in the Big Ten at Iowa, and they, for a while, were just dominating the throws in the Big Ten. Maybe not dominating, but they were always, Kapos always had them top 3. Mm-hmm. And Shane Meyer was another one. So to see Nick Curtis go from D2 with Coach Ray, moves up, they both move up essentially to Power 5 to Iowa, and then come in and he breaks the school record and goes 20 meters. Again, we've said this when Ray was at Tiffin last year, we would talk about he's a top 5 coach in the NCAA, and it just continues to prove out like that's literally the case here.
Yeah.
So congrats to both of them.
That's a massive throw.
20.04. That's awesome.
80.41 NCAA lead.
80-41. Wait, was this weekend too? Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I even was texting Martin, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to come over. I wanted to go over to the meet because I was down in Charlottesville to see, because Jeff was there, Keely was there, Maria was there, all these people. And so I had it planned in my day, and then I talked to Caitlin about it, and she's like, we have to take the twins to go get wedding pictures because they were the ring bearer and the flower girl. So I text him like 30 minutes before I'm leaving, like, I can't go to the meet.
Yeah.
And then I'm missing 80-meter throws to watch Keenan cry while he's getting wedding pictures. They were good pictures, though.
Yeah, that's massive.
That's huge. That's enormous, 80-41. So wait, Martin, I was just thinking, so Martin's got 80 in the jav, 17 women's shot. There's one girl who's throwing like 54, I think, in the discus.
64.
70, he has a hammer thrower that just went 70. 64-79 in the disc for men's side. Like, has his squad ever been that?
Right, yeah.
You know, across the board.
Right, yeah.
Dude, that's nuts.
Yeah. Congrats to him and the whole team. I mean,
Yeah. So this is Krauser. Krauser made a TikToker transformation. Oh, this is awesome.
Huh.
Youth, what is this? Youth Worlds to, I remember I analyzed that throw. Youth Worlds to world record.
No, I think that's his freshman year at States.
Oh, in high school?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
'Cause that's at
Still
eight.
looks massive.
So he was what?
Oh, okay.
14 or 15
Oh,
there?
so it's the same circle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Him throwing like 60
Well,
feet as a freshman.
Same location at least.
60 feet as a freshman in high school. That's cool. Dude, I could watch these all day.
Yeah.
It's like just interesting to see. Right side still really strong on the glide. I think, again, like, we've talked about this with Krauser, is just the fact that he's as open as he is about what he's doing in training, how he's evolving as a thrower, in his mindset too. It's like, it's literally like having direct access to someone like Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Which leads us to,
Ooh.
we got more Ryan Krauser videos.
Yeah, nice.
So this is on bench workout.
Some madman wrote that workout. So let's get to it. It should be a fun day. A little bit of a grind today. We're definitely be feeling this one tomorrow. So I'm super excited to announce a new sponsorship for the channel.
Let's get to the action.
Yeah.
So he's got his band assisted bench. Warm up.
Krauser's bench with a false grip.
Yeah, it's a small band, not a big band. These are the OG Sornex purples. They're just pretty worn out, so I've got a new set of greens, but they're the same diameter. And we're running on an L configuration. So singled. Anytime I post a video with bands, people just saying, we'll take weight off.
Wait, I want to actually hear what he...
Saying, we'll take weight off, go down in weight. Bands are ego lifting, but they're a huge training tool that is extremely underutilized and not utilized properly. So they were running a 5-10 hole L configuration with OG purples. All right, set of 6.
So do we actually know his max bench?
I think I've seen him double 500, I think. I mean, this...
Staying at 210 for a set of 8. First wave. I think the only wave of this workout, but so we did 8-6. Now go back to an 8, but staying at the same weight.
I feel like when you use bands, it's got to be. I mean, obviously he's very dialed in, but you know, just like because there can be a lot of variation on the weight.
On bands?
What type of band you're using, how high it is, how much stretch is on it, and
Yeah.
you know.
And
you
the wear.
probably just have
yeah.
to feel it out every each workout, unless you're doing the same thing consistently every time.
Right.
But Dan, what do you think about banded bench?
I think it's good for lockout. I think it's solid. It's like one of those movements where on the lockout, it's very similar to me, like to pad bench.
Yeah,
It's similar to pad bench. It's similar to block benching.
Right.
Power lifters that have issues with the lockout will benefit from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have problems with it.
Whenever you're ready, was not ready.
He kills these.
Yeah, I love these. I think that's one thing too. I mean, I know he's the world record holder, so I'm not gonna downplay his strength levels, but it's like he's never been known. Like Kovacs is known for being that strong,
Right. Yeah.
but you watch him train, it's like, wow, he's a lot stronger than you realize.
Yeah.
So you're working the
We actually have a video like this on our movement library from the barn.
Really.
Yeah. This is almost like a miracle grow.
Right.
treatment kind of take a
Yeah. I think it's just like awesome to see. Yeah, just like content from
I think it's good that
best in the world.
Yeah, I think that's the whole thing. The whole lesson that I think is, if Krauser's putting content out to essentially, in my mind, it's like to get his brand out there to fuel him as an athlete. He's essentially, Jason ironically was talking to me about this last night, where we're trying to help some of our on-site athletes improve their content that they're dishing out there, and it's like, if Krauser's doing it, it sort of shows to me, all right, if you really want to make money at all, you've got to put yourself out there. You got to put your content out there. People can see what you're doing, but that doesn't mean they're going to figure out like, oh, I have to squat this, or I have to bench with reverse bands 210 for 6 to be the world record holder.
That's the secret. Oh,
Yeah,
shoot,
right,
if
right.
only we'd been doing that.
Yeah, so it's like just realizing that things are a little bit deeper than what they were. So, and there we have Nick Simmons coming in with the run gum. So, yeah, I think it's great that he's doing that, and he's put himself out there.
Yeah,
Do we have any others?
that's it.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Throw Show. Camryn Rogers, I deeply apologize for last week's mistake. You're the greatest Canadian and NCAA hammer thrower in the women's division of all time. Until next time, peace.